On Thursday, February 11th, the first trade of the 2021 PLL season happened. And it was a trade that involved arguably one of the best attackmen in the league.
43 seconds left, trailing by 2. Rob Pannell, how about that? Rob Pannell changing directions from X, now with a shot and a goal. Round to his left. Shot, goal.
So why was he traded? And what does that mean for each team heading into the 2021 season?
Okay, so a lot of you are still probably pretty shocked. We're going to break down the Rob Pannell trade to Redwoods LC. We're going to talk to the coaches, we're going to talk to Rob, and then we're going to give you the key takeaways on what impact it has on the teams going forward. But first, we're going to build up anticipation before we get to Rob and talk about some less big news.
Now, it's not less, it's equally huge news. Also, it's because we missed you guys. It's been a while since we last pressed upload on this channel.
We now know the 2021 PLL entry draft order. The Cannons have the first pick in all 3 rounds, followed by the Archers, Atlas, Water Dogs, Chrome, Atlas, Whipsnakes, and finally Chaos. We'll get to how Atlas slid into that 3rd pick in just a second. Now, obviously, the biggest question is where are players like Lyle Thompson, Randy Stotts, and the plethora of talent entering the league going to land? Well, we'll find out March 25th when the 8 head coaches make their selections in the entry draft.
And something that really gets me excited, PLL Minis are now in Walmart stores across the country. Yeah, over 340 of them. And we included a link in the description that tells you where the nearest Walmart is to you that has PLL Minis. This is Paul and I messing around with Hayes Greer, getting our hands on some of the first ever PLL mini sticks.
Shafts, fantastic. Color scheme, amazing. Can't beat it. It's the best mini stick out there.
Wait, are you a Water Dogs guy?
I like the Redwoods too, to keep it a band. Redwoods are my guys.
Go snag one. And if you do, that means you've gotten one of the first. So take a picture, send it to us. You know the drill. Also, in continuation of our celebration of Black History Month, we at the PLL partnered up with the players of the Black Lacrosse Alliance to bring you this Inspire hoodie. Net proceeds of the Inspire hoodie are going straight to Nations United. Nation United is a player-centric nonprofit focused on supporting and promoting diversity inclusion in our great sport of lacrosse. If by now the Inspire hoodie isn't completely sold out, go get one down in the link below.
And in the first blockbuster trade of the 2021 season, the Atlas LC sent Rob Pannell to the Redwoods for their 3rd overall pick in this year's entry draft and a 2nd round pick in the 2022 college draft.
Now, this trade was massive. Last Thursday, folks all across social media reacted to the news. That includes fans, Rob's teammates, Redwoods players, Ryan Boyle, and of course, every major lacrosse news outlet.
I think this took a lot of people off guard just 2 days into the trade window opening up. But for the rest of you, you weren't. And you took to Twitter to give your predictions on why Atlas was making the move.
So why was this trade made? Let's begin to unpack this a bit. Here's a statement last week from Atlas head coach Ben Rubior, basically saying that this move would give him an added protected roster spot for the upcoming Cannons LC expansion draft, which was a pretty tough decision for Coach Rubior. So what was Rob's reaction to all this?
As someone who's been playing for 8 years and never been traded, never kind of ever crossed my mind. So that those first couple hours were definitely interesting mentally. My phone was kind of going off, and I was trying to get my workout in, so I really didn't have time to think about it until probably later that evening. And and I came home for dinner, and no one mentioned it, and it was kind of like a breath of fresh air. Like I just wanted to relax for a second. And dinner was ending. My mom's like, "So did you get traded today?" And it was pretty funny just because over my life, between my brother and I, really all we talk about is lacrosse at dinner. And a little while after, I got a call from Coach Nat, and we had a great conversation. I think now up until this point, I've gotten it settled in a little bit, and that excitement has built in me about the trade and about where I'll be next year and the guys that I'm playing with.
Now, Rob will be joining an already loaded Redwoods attack line. Redwoods head coach Nat St. Laurent addressed that, making a statement saying that his attackmen aren't always comfortable quarterbacking from X, and now they have someone who's done it his entire life. So we asked Rob how he thinks he'll fit in.
I imagine will be that quarterback role, which I'm comfortable in.
BJ Grill with the defense there. Great look inside the law. Textbook.
So rather than Ryder or Kavanaugh or Jules playing at X, where maybe they're not used to playing, and they're more of a wing dodger or a slasher and get to the goal type player, it'll allow them to do that. It'll allow the guys at the midfield to do what they need to do. And I can just be that quarterback behind the goal, which I love to do. And I hope to have 0 goals and as many assists as possible, or as many second assists as possible. That's where I have fun playing lacrosse.
Lastly, Rob's entering a Redwoods team with a defined identity, a ton of personalities, and proven success. So how's it going to fit into all that?
Listen, nothing that I'm not used to. I've played with all sorts of personalities over the years, and that's kind of a lot of the teams I've been on. That's kind of been our MO. So I don't think it's going to be anything different in that regards. I could tell by the way these guys play and how tough they play that while they are personalities, they definitely have that chemistry off the field. Looking forward to just building those relationships off the field and knowing that will translate to on the field. I'm just excited to be wanted and to be in the locker room that guys are excited to have me there. And, it's going to be a great experience for us to play together. And, listen, I'm not going to go in there with a big ego saying I need this or that. I'm going to go in there asking what's needed of me to get the Redwoods over the hump after being so close for 2 years. And I think hopefully I'll be able to make that happen.
It was cool seeing all the Redwoods players welcome Rob onto the team, and I can't wait to see him play alongside guys like Matt Kavanaugh, Ryder Garnsey, Jules Henningberg, feeding Miles Jones and Sergio Pergovic. Plus, Ryder coined him RP Tree. Should that be Rob's new nickname? Let us know.
Wait, hang on. Where does this leave the Atlas? Because they just traded away one of the most dominant ex-attackmen in the league. Who replaces Rob Pannell? Ben Rubior is bullish on the incoming talent, stating, "I have a list of over 30 guys that I think could contribute in some form or fashion on our team." Rubior has positioned Atlas to add talent post-expansion. The team finished 6th in offensive efficiency at 23%. Side note, I'm actually reading this straight off of one of our most recent 10-man ride articles, which you should be subscribed to if you haven't. The link's down below. Our analyst Joe Keegan breaks down various club schemes, PLL storylines, tons of information around the league. He dissects it and puts it into one newsletter for you. So tap the link down below to subscribe if you haven't. He doesn't actually do that. I don't know what that was, but you should subscribe. It's early.
Anyways, Joe's broken it down nicely, stating that fitting Rob Pannell into their attack last summer was a challenge. You can't fit 4 guys into 3 spots. Plus, if you're looking to add guys like Michael Sowers from Duke or Jeff Teat from Cornell, how are you going to fit 5 players into 3 spots? So something had to go. All eyes are now on the Atlas as we head into the entry draft and college draft to see what this roster ends up looking like. And now we want to know who you think won the trade. Let us know in the comments down below, and we're going to go down there and pick one lucky winner to win a PLL Mini.
Side note, Atlas might be losing Rob Pannell, but we dropped Brian Costabille's highlight tape last week. I think they're going to be just fine on the offensive side of the ball.
So that tee's violated, so he won't face off in the next attempt.
Joe Tenney back for another look from deep. Brian Costabille, that's 2.
That link's down there below if you haven't seen it yet. I mean, you went toe-to-toe with Tom Shriver. I want to see more of that come 2021, Brian.
Just go here. Just go.
Push it. Step with a shot and a goal.
So what's next? The waiver wire and trade window are now open. Protected rosters are due February 28th, which is the same day the waiver wire closes. This will give Cannons head coach John Cork plenty of time to decide who he should pick in the expansion draft on March 11th.
Oh, also, one last thing we forgot to mention. Chris Hogan is entering the PLL player pool.
Chris Hogan, Penn State Lacrosse.
Yeah, that Chris Hogan, like the one that caught touchdowns in the Super Bowl from Tom Brady. We got some NFL talent coming to the league. Keep in mind, Chris still has to make a team, get invited to training camp. Man, if he does, that'll be fun, man. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for sticking with us. I know we haven't posted in a while. It's been a crazy off season. Thank you for sticking with us. Make sure to press that subscribe button, and we will see you very soon. Peace.